This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. We have another special bonus show for you. You know, I don't know if you knew this. We have this great election coming up later this year. And so I'm here in Washington, D.C., trying to kind of get a feel for what's happening right here in the heart of our country. Oh, wait. There's the head of the Senate over there, Mitch McConnell. Mr. McConnell, do you have a minute?
Well, yes, actually, I have many minutes. I have 60 minutes, in fact. It's great to be on your podcast, Scott. Most of the time, I'm frozen because I don't have all my faculties at this age, but it's great to hear your lovely voice.
Well, Mr. McConnell, you have been so important as the head of the Senate. There's this big election coming up. Are you feeling good about where the country's going?
I feel absolutely terrible. I said that Donald Trump should never have been president and he shouldn't have run for re-election. In fact, I'm hoping that whoever the Democratic nominee that winds up being Biden or someone else, I hope that they win, and then I retain power in the Senate. As long as I retain power, that's all that matters to me.
Well, at your age, sir, it would be quite a challenge to keep that going. Oh, wait. Hold on, Mr. McConnell. Excuse me, Mr. David. You guys wouldn't believe this. Just walking by is Larry David. Larry David, come on over here. Hey.
I gotta be honest, don't really like doing these interviews, you know? I'm not really that of an exciting person. This Mitch McConnell guy, what a prick. He's a real prick.
Well, Mr. David. Well, Mr. David, I'm kind of surprised you're here in Washington, D.C. Mr. McConnell, let me introduce you to Larry David from TV fame.
Well, hi, Larry. I just want to say I think you're a bald asshole.
I gotta be honest, Mitch. I think you're a pretty ugly guy. You know, you're the type of guy when you stick your head out the window, you get arrested for mooning. You're pretty ugly, Mitch. Pretty ugly.
Well, I'm glad I ran into you two guys, but I'm sorry it doesn't sound like you're getting along. Mr. McConnell, you go on and do a good job and make our country great again through the Senate.
Well, I'll try my best, but the only way I'll be able to do that is if you give me full control over the everything, actually.
No small feat. And Larry David, man, what an honor to run into. Kind of a surprise here in D.C., but continued success on TV.
I appreciate it. You know, I'm not really a fan of myself personally, but, you know, whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great honor to run into these two important people in our country. And of course, this was all brought to us by that great impressionist, Josh Rosen. Josh, you've got both those characters down really good. Thanks for sharing them with us today.
Thanks for having me on. Those are two interesting characters, to say the least.
You're definitely different and diverse, and you made them sound really good. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Rosen is one of the premier impressionists doing his comedy and his impressions down in South Florida. And if you want to check out more of his work, because he's got some great stuff, check out Josh Impressions on Twitter, which is now called X, Josh Impressions, and you'll be able to hear many of his characters and humor. Josh, thanks so much for joining us on the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned this Sunday, another one of our full episodes. Thanks for joining us and have a great day. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.